Okay, so Eternal Return released a new champion named Alex. Um, yeah, so as you can see, I played a lot of games of Alex. So yeah, this video is gonna be on why should you buy Alex. All right, so starting off, new character Alex, and not gonna lie, he pretty hot. All right, pretty edgy as well. Literally, just a budget Kirito. But you're gonna put them side by side. He's literally just a blonde version of Kirito. So yeah, there you go. If you like, anime stuff, edgy characters, yo, you could get Alex. In all seriousness, Alex is a pretty tough champion to play. This champion is better in the hands of a more experienced player. So if you're new to the game, this guy is gonna be pretty tough because first of all, you need to go 2 weapons, meaning that you have to be very, you gotta know the game a lot, know where all the items are, know, what you can make with the items that you have. So yeah, Alex is pretty difficult. Definitely don't buy it if you're still new to the game. This guy should be in the hands of a more experienced players, people that know how to make transition builds and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're a new player, don't get it. But if you're a more experienced player, play this game for a few months, have like a few hundred hours on it, yeah, go play some Alex because this champion is pretty strong. So starting off, we're gonna talk about Alex's abilities. All right, we're only gonna talk about the melee version because range, I'm not gonna lie, sucks donkey. So if you're playing Alex and you're trying to go range, well, don't watch this video. Because Alex is only good in melee form. This is no cap, alright? This champion is only good in melee form. You're playing this champion for the range form, you're doing something wrong. First off, we have the passive. So at level 6, you turn invisible. So you're pretty much a budget Evelyn. If people walk into your indicator range, they see you, If they're not, they can't see you. The main use of your passive is to walk around vision of console. This character is pretty goddamn sneaky, alright? You can walk around so many different things. When you're invisible, you can't be targeted. So yeah, it's pretty neat ability. You could walk over barber turrets with this with this invisibility thing. So yeah, that's pretty nice. The main use of this passive is for ratting and snooping around. So there's a second part of the passive. The second part of the passive is that all weapon mastery levels up at the same time. Every weapon is going to have the same mastery when you're using this champion. So if your sword is level 10, your gun is going to be level 10. If your gun's level 10, your stars are going to be level. So leveling up your passive increases your champion's base health and increases the base defense in melee form, which is the reason why you should be using melee form, because melee is broken on the champion. So your Q at max rank is a 5-second gap closer, which is pretty insane. Your Q also has a passive, so whenever you use your Q and you hit an enemy, you get ability power, which is pretty nice. It stacks up to 3 times. The attack power is pretty nice, but mostly it's used for gap closing and chasing. So in melee form, your chase potential is insane because, you have a 5-second gap closer and you're just gonna run people down. Next up, we have your W. It's literally an Oriana ulti. This ability kind of sucks. No, it kind of sucks. Yes, it kind of sucks. But as we continue through this video, I'll show you why this ability ain't that bad. It's usable. Next up, we have the E. So your E is a taunt. When you cast your E, whoever is in the hologram's range at where you cast it is gonna be taunted for 1 second. This ability makes the champion broken as fuck. Your taunt sets up for so many combos. It's insane. This is also another reason why, Alex is better in duels and squads. Mostly squads because, holy hell, your taunt can set up so many different abilities. Like, it's insane. Next up, we have the ulti. The ulti is pretty insane. Right now, I don't feel like it does that much damage, but it's a really good damn ulti. Your ulti summons a satellite and it pulses. Pretty good at holding choke points. You could just throw this on a choke point, and like if people have to walk through it, it's free damage, and they get slowed for 40%, so it's free CC as well. It's also pretty good setting up wombos because this thing hits like a motherfucker. I mean, like the AOE is insane, and in squads, if you put this down and hits 3 people, dude, like the half your team is going to be half health, and that's a lot of damage. In solos, This ulti kind of sucks. It doesn't do that much single target DPS. It's really good for AoE. So yeah, that's about it for the ulti. So your bread and butter combo on this champ is QE. Your Q is gonna put you directly on top of a champion, and then you're gonna cast E to instantly taunt them. There's just no counterplay. It's kind of hard to react to because it's really fast. There's not really much cast time on his abilities, so it's pretty easy to get off the combo. Your next combo is QEW. QEW makes it so that they stay near the hologram. Your W, landing your E means that you get a guaranteed W. Getting a guaranteed W is just free damage, and it's also free CC. Your full combo is QERW. So QE to taunt them, R to start the satellite coming down, W to keep the units that you taunted in your ulti center. So yeah, that is your full combo. Usually you're not gonna use this full combo unless you taunted like 2 people that are like really grouped up to each other. Then it's good. Usually use your ulti to hold choke points and zone people off. So yeah, that's about it about Alex's abilities. So there's also something special about your E. In melee form, your E gives you more crit chance, so that's pretty nice. Also, when you activate your E, that crit chance is multiplied by 2, which is really nice. And in your E, you can swap weapons, which generally I don't recommend you guys to do because melee is the best weapon currently in this patch. Melee is hands down the best weapon on Alex. So right now, your E could taunt Wick until the duration disappears. It's kind of broken because taunting Wick means that you literally don't take any damage from killing Wick. And I'm not sure that's supposed to be in the game. It might be patched out, but it's a pretty good mechanic right now. Makes Alec really good at taking Wick. And if you're taking Wick, definitely use your taunt. Which melee weapon should you use when you're playing Alex? It has to be sword. Alright, if you're going tauntful, you're straight inting. Alright, it has to be sword. Sword is like one of the best scaling weapons in the game right now. And parry, the value of parry, the weapon ability that you have, it's parry. The value of parry increases the more players there are on a team. So in duels, yeah, it's pretty nice, In squads, you have to run that, alright? You could dodge so much abilities with a parry. It's insane. The second best weapon you should use, in my opinion, is pistol, right? If you're going Ninja Star, gotta be griefing as well, because pistol resets your abilities. Literally resets half of your abilities that you have. So your Q gets reset if you're using pistol. Your W pretty much gets halved. Your E, which is shuriken form in pistol, also gets halved, which is pretty insane. And pistol gives you that move speed that you have. Pistol also gives you the move speed that you need for kiting, which is pretty nice. So for the people that want to play Alex are for the people not really looking to be the hard hyper carry. Alex is a playmaker. That's all I gotta say. I mean, he has a Q, taunt, and that's it. Your team just gotta finish the guy off that you taunted. That's pretty much about it. I mean, if you like flashy champions, Alex is not really the flashy champion for you. You're looking for a playmaker. You're looking for those, game-changing plays. Go play Alex. Alex is not really a hyper carry, but he is a very strong duelist if you're going sword, because sword scaling is pretty ridiculous. And if you get the Slain or Leviathan as your the legendary sword weapon, yeah, Alex could be a hyper carry. The amount of pure base stats that he gets from his passive, you get 24 crit chance flat, and you get 48% crit chance multiplied with your passive. So all you need is a radar pretty much as your arm piece, and Alex becomes a really insane, hard-hitting champion. Literally any other items don't matter. You just need a weapon and a radar, and you're set to go. We can't leave this video without talking about range Alex, right? So I'm gonna talk about some stuff about range Alex. All right, so range Alex is pretty much just used for poking. You pretty much if you're fighting and you're playing range Alex, you're doing something wrong. All right, if it's a straight 3v3 and you're still in range form, dude, your team is gonna die. All right, range Alex doesn't beat other range champion. Like, I cannot think of a champion that Alex is gonna win 1v1 if he's playing range versus range. Range is only used for poking, and you should always swap to melee form. In the middle of a fight, you should always swap to melee form. Currently, right now, I don't know why, but the E is kind of buggy. It doesn't instantly switch your weapon. It takes like, a few button mashes. So yeah. Other than that, melee is the best form. Sword melee is the best form. You cannot be playing Alex if you're not going sword. Alex is also not a solo champion, so please don't play this guy in solos. You're probably gonna get rolled by a Jack E. Yeah, that's about it. If you're playing in duos and you have some friends to play with, you play duos, you play squads, you should definitely learn how to pick up Alex. He's a playmaker. Yeah. You always want a playmaker on team, so yeah. And his CC, the taunt CC, it's probably the newest in the game. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good. You can also CC Wick, so I mean, like, why not play this champion, right? CC Wick so you don't take any damage. So yeah, this is Alex. Hopefully, I convinced some of you guys to buy Alex, but if it wasn't convincing enough, Alex is a really unique champion. Pretty difficult champion to pick up. It's not gonna be the champion for everyone, but currently, I definitely like enjoying Alex. Might be an Alex main, but right now, might be an Alex main. This guy is pretty fun, not gonna lie. But currently, the sad truth about this champion is that he's not broken on release. Unlike Adela, Kathy, or Barbara, he's not that broken on release. So yeah, he's definitely, I feel like he's gonna receive some buffs later on, but this champion's edgy. So go play some Alex and have fun griefing people in dark. Hope you guys enjoy. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.